Aging isn't about slowing down, it's about stepping into your power. Welcome to Don't Let the Old Lady In, the podcast where we challenge outdated beliefs about getting older and embrace wellness, self-love, and confidence. Your host is Lori Gardner, a registered nurse and nationally board-certified health and wellness coach, and she is your guide on this journey to vibrant, mindful living. Each episode will explore topics that nourish your mind, body, and spirit and how to navigate health issues in the healthcare system as you age so you can live with energy, purpose, and joy. Let's get started. Here's your host, Lori Gardner. Do you ever catch yourself thinking, I'm too old to change? Or, why bother now? Or, my mother aged this way, so I will too. These sneaky thoughts are what I call old age limiting beliefs, and they are not the truth. Welcome to the very first episode of Don't Let the Old Lady In. I'm Lori Gardner, a midlife and beyond registered nurse, health and wellness coach, and passionate advocate for helping women age with confidence, vitality, and joy. This podcast is all about challenging outdated beliefs about aging and embracing the power you still have to shape your health, happiness, and purpose. I got the inspiration for this Don't Let the Old Lady In from Clint Eastwood, who was asked about his secret to staying active and vibrant at his age. And he said, quote, "Every day I wake up, I don't let the old man in. My secret has been the same since 1959. Staying busy. I never let the old man into the house. I've had to drag him out because he was already comfortably settled, bothering me all the time, leaving no space for anything other than nostalgia. You have to stay active, alive, happy, strong, and capable. It's in us, in our intelligence, attitude, and mentality. We are young regardless of our ID. We must learn to fight to not let the old man in." So I just loved it and said, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to call it Don't Let the Old Lady In, because we want to age really well, don't we, ladies? So, in today's episode, we're diving deep into the biggest mindset barriers women face when it comes to aging. Those nagging thoughts that tell you you're too old to change. We'll unpack where they come from, why they're holding you back, and most importantly, how to replace them with empowering beliefs that will transform how you experience this stage of life. And to start, I want to share a personal story. I had my own wake-up call in my early 50s, which is several years ago. I underwent a big surgery that knocked me on my butt, literally, for months. And at first, I thought I was not going to be able to function like I had before surgery. But I just kicked my own butt into gear and felt the fear of being a diminished 50-something-year-old, and that scared the heck out of me. I'm not going to lie. I caught myself saying something that I never thought I'd say. I was scrolling through social media, looking at these incredible women lifting weights, traveling the world, starting new careers, and I thought, good for them. But I'm probably too old or debilitated to do that again. Well, I made a decision that day. I was going to challenge every single one of those thoughts, and that is when I woke up to the mind-body-spirit connection and the power I had within, which started with the right thoughts and pushing myself into action. I started this a little bit before surgery because it was a scary surgery, ladies. And I thought, am I going to go into this with fear or I'm going into this with confidence? And I had done enough life coaching courses by that point that I knew it was about mindset. So I literally got my mindset in shape and I visualized everything. No complications. Recovery was still tough. I couldn't walk away from that. But I made things happen through my mind. So it was that day that I decided no more of those thoughts. So let's move on to I just took three of the biggest old age limiting beliefs that I've heard from ladies across the years and how to reframe them. The first one, limiting belief number one, is I'm too old to change. This is one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves. Science has proven that our brains remain malleable, meaning we can learn, grow, and adapt until the day we take our last breath. Your body is also constantly regenerating itself. In fact, most of the cells in your body today didn't even exist a few years ago. You are literally a new person all the time. So if you've been thinking it's too late for you, I challenge you to ask yourself, says who? Let's reframe this belief into a better one. Like, I can change at any age, and every small change I make today will improve my future. Limiting belief number 2, aging runs in my family. Oh, this one is tricky because, yes, genetics do play a role in how we age, for sure. But here's the truth. Lifestyle choices and mindset have a much bigger impact. Studies show that 80 to 90% of our aging process is determined by habits, not DNA. So just because your mother, grandmother, or aunts aged a certain way doesn't mean you have to follow that path. Let's reframe this belief and say, my choices today shape my future, and I have more control than I think. And limiting belief number 3, why bother trying now? Not at this age. Well, this is the belief that keeps so many women stuck. It's that voice that says, I should have started this when I was younger. It's too late now. But let me ask you this. If you knew you had 20, 30, or even 40 more years to live, wouldn't you want to make them as good as possible? Imagine what you could do with the time you do have, rather than focusing on the time that's past. So let's reframe that why bother trying now into every day I choose to invest in myself makes my future brighter. Okay, so that's just a few of the limiting beliefs I've heard over the years as a health and wellness coach and nurse. But I like to keep these short and impactful so that you can kind of take something away and make one small step, because one small step over time can make a big change. So here's the action step. Start your anti-old lady journal today. Now, like I said, I don't just want you to listen to this and think, wow, that's interesting. I want you to do something with it. So here's my challenge for you. Grab a journal, a piece of paper, or even the Notes app on your phone, and write down these 2 questions. 1, what is one old age limiting belief I've been holding on to? Okay. Second one is, what is a new belief I can replace it with? When you catch yourself slipping into that old thinking, remind yourself you get to rewrite the story. You get to decide how you age, and I'll be there cheering you on every step of the way. We have to become the watcher of our thoughts and not let our thoughts rule us. Rather, we rule them, because this is the mind-body-spirit connection I coach on and I have courses on and so on. We go through the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so that spirit is so deep within and so powerful, ladies. This is what the true being is. Those thoughts, they're not always true. So we got to be the watcher of the thoughts, okay? All right, my friends, that's it for today's episode of Don't Let the Old Lady In. I hope this conversation has helped you see just how much power you have over the aging process, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. Next week, we're diving into a game-changing approach to aging well. Your wellness wake-up call. The 12 keys to a vibrant life. You're going to love this because it's not just about eating right and exercising. Aren't we all bombarded with the next new diet, exercise routine? This is about part of your well-being, from the social connections to your sense of purpose. It's all about that mind-body-spirit connection. We're all connected. We can't just be a diet. So be sure to hit that follow button so you don't miss it. And if today's episode resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Take a screenshot of this episode, share it on social media, tag me at Best Midlife Ever on Facebook. If you'd like to join the Facebook group, it's called Magnificent Midlifers Facebook group. Come on in. We'd love to have you. And ladies, if you have a second, please leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It's helped so much in spreading this message to other women who need to hear it. And I want to reach more women. I want us to be a bigger, larger community of women who know how to age well. So until next time, don't let the old lady in. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep believing in your ability to thrive, and keep living life on your terms. I'll see you in the next episode. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Don't Let the Old Lady In. Remember, age is just a number. Your mindset, energy, and passion are what truly define you. If this episode spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend. Subscribe and leave a review so we can continue this journey together. You are strong, vibrant, and unstoppable. Until next time, keep living boldly, loving yourself fully, and most importantly, don't let the old lady in.